ओके ओके ठीक है. किरण. ಕಿರಣ್. ಅದು ಮನಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ? ಯಾಕೋ ಅದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರ್ಯಾಕೆ ಹೆಂಗಾರ ಬರಬೇಕು ನೋಡೋದು, ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ. ಆಕಾಶ್ ಏನು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅವನ. ಅವನದೇನು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಐತೆ, ಏನೈತೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಆಕಾಶ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಇದು ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ನಾವು ಇದು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡು ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್. ಇದು ಅದು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ದಾಗ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡೀನಿ. ಯಾರು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೆಫರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್. ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನಾಗ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಲಿಂಕ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ಬರು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನೈತಿ, ಓವರಾಲ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಅದ್ರಾಗ. ಸೊ ಯು ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ವೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, shall we start a class because time is already 9:36, so we'll start the class. See, in previous class I told to write a program for this. So some people you are not getting to write this program. So today we will see how to write this program, because you need to write this program. Okay, so what I told here, class name is AITM, right? So define class name, that is AITM. Then next step is I told to write a variable is your choice. So you know how to define the variables, you know very well, right? So I already discussed some rules regarding these variables. Now this we have to perform three operations here. So print result 1 is equal to what, 30, and print result 2 is equal to -10, then result 3 is equal to 200. So which operation are performing in these three lines? So result 1 is equal to 30 means values are 10 and 20. So what operation you have to take, Kiran? Kiran, plus, right? So variable means you have to your choice to declare a variable, right? So these all are basically which data type. I am using 10 and 20. So which data type should I consider? Integer, right? So we have to perform like this. So first what I told, class name AITM, then followed by open bracket. Next we have to write which line, Snehal. While writing a program, which line should I write? after the class? Tell me fast. Only static, or we have to write public static like that? Public static void main, then here we have to write string array, then followed by arguments, close open flower bracket. Here I have to define two variables is our choice. So our choice means we have to take any names. So now I am taking x. Now I am taking x. So now x, so x values I already given. What is the x value? First value, you tell me first value. First value 10. So 10, then okay, 10, then give semicolon, then another variable I told int y. To take another variable name is y, so equal to 20, then semicolon, right? So to print the result, what? Print result 1 is equal to 30. So to print 30, how 30 will going to print? Because we are adding these two variables, right? To add that variables, we need another variables. So for that I am defining another variable name result. So is equal to result. Then we have to perform the operation. So which operation should I perform? Addition operation. So result is equal to, our value should be stored on variable x, followed by plus operation, then value, another value should be stored on y, so take y. Then now result is calculated, it is storing on variable res. So print this result. To print result I have to take system dot out dot println. So here I am performing what I told to print the result 1, right? result result 1 is, then plus variable result. That's it. So this is about one variable I am printing here, right? So here next step is what? Print result 2. So how to print this result? Anyone can guess? I have written some programs here. So how to write that program? Within this program only shall I declare this result 2 is equal to minus 10. So which operation is performed here? Minus 10. Yes. So shall we take only res variable 1, or shall we define another variable? Yes, very good. This only we can do. So here 1 minute, it will little bit confusing. So here I am printing 3 results with same values. So in that case you have to take 3 variables different. So here res is responsible for addition of 2 operators. Then another variable I can define int res2, like that I am going to define, right? For understanding purpose I am telling like this. We need 3 variables to store our different results. So one result I have stored in variable res, then second result I am going to store in variable res2, then one more result int res3 I am going to store. res2 is responsible for subtraction, then res3 is responsible for your multiplication. Now I am performing next operation is minus 10. So minus 10 means here I am making subtraction. So subtraction, how to write that line? Result 2 should store the value or calculated result by performing these operations, that is x minus y. Done? Is it clear, this line? This line, everybody? Okay. Tell me. ಬರಿಬೋದು ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅದನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಹೇಳಕತ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಅದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಈ ಥರ ಹೇಳಕತ್ತೀನಿ. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಆಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ. Now I am going to calculate another, that is multiplication of result. res3 is equal to, here x star y I am calculated. Now I want to print these three results. Here I am printing only one result. So control V, then control V. Here res result is addition, then subtraction. I am going to define variable res2, then here res3. This is a program to write calculating about addition, multiplication and subtraction using this Java program. Any doubts regarding this point? Here logic you understood. While giving the data like this, then you have to write a program for this. Understood everyone? Is that clear? Okay. Now one more point I will discuss. While declaring multiple lines to variables, you can declare in single line only, right? How to declare that line? Now I am telling, listen here. Here we have taken 3 int data types, right? Instead of taking 3 lines, we have to write in single line only. So int x is equal to 10 followed by comma, you have to give to define another variable. Another variable name is y. Here I will write y is equal to 20, right? Then I want to define one more variable, that is result. So I can write here res for result 1. Then subtraction of two numbers, I can define result 2. Only separated by comma you have to define these variables, right? Then comma res3. These, instead of writing 3 lines, you have to write in single line only by comma, separated by what? Comma. That's it, right? So here you have to perform the operations like this. Is that clear? X plus y, x minus y, x star y. So this is operation of performing addition, subtraction and multiplication. I hope it is clear now. Is that clear? Now okay, fine. Now all of you write a program for this one. Take a class name is MCA. Variables is your choice. Values I am giving 40 and 20. I don't know the results, but variables I have declared here. Add 1, sub 2, mul. So 3 variables I already given to store your results and print the particular results. Please write a program and submit it in WhatsApp group fast. While writing a program, if you have any difficulties, please ask me. Don't waste your time. Please write on fast. I am waiting for your result. You can define in single line or multi lines variables as per your convenient. Snail, are you writing? Okay, please write down past. Soumya, any difficulties to writing a program? Okay. You need previous program for reference. Okay, refer this program, then write. If any programming concepts are there, you have to write in your notebook. Don't sit idly and don't listen simply. Tell me. Yes. Add one. You have to take add one. This is for reference. Right. What I have given, variable name add one. Subtract sub and mul I have given, right, like that. As per this, okay, as per this only how to take the variables, add one sub to mul. Write on past. Within 3 minutes you have to write. You are taking more than 5 minutes. So these all are small programs and silly programs, but these concepts are very, very important. Sujit, over. Yes, I am seeing. Kiran, here you are written SOP add one, right? Kiran, there you have to write addition of two numbers, subtraction of two numbers, multiplication of two numbers, like that you have to write, right? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ನಾನು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿನಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ನಿನ್ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀನು ಆ ಥರ ಬರ್ದಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ನಿನಗೆ ತಿಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಅದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. Sujit also sent text result 2, result 3. Sujit, you have printed plus result 1, result 2, result 3, right? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ದಾಗ ನೀನು ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ದಿಯಲ್ಲ, ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ವೈ, ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ವೈ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಬರ್ದು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಅದು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ Snehal also written correctly. Then declaring and initialized the variables, that one result 2 result 3. Okay, this one 908 also written correctly. Who is this? 4078 Sumaya or Soumya? 4078. Who is this? Sumaya. Okay, you have written in their bracket add sub multiplication, right? Yeah, instead of writing like that, you have to write comments, that is a double slash. Then it is a perfect program. Okay, you have to use comments lines, that's it. Okay, now everybody has written except Akash has not yet sent. Okay, so now today we will start. Have you seen the first module syllabus I have sent in PPT? Everybody has seen that syllabus? That is, first unit is a little bit big compared to other modules. First module is very big, right? So we are discussing in first JCL is belongs to Java fundamental programming language, right? So after we will see introduction of data types, right? So what do you mean by JCL? That is Java class library. Today we will going to see Java class library, and you have to update that notes in your notebook, whatever I have sent in PDF files, right? And apart from, you are not getting any information from PPT, you just refer for your standard book also I have sent, that is Java programming language. You can refer that book also. Okay, today we will see JCL. It is a set of dynamically loadable libraries that Java applications can call at runtime. Whenever you are executing this program, Java program, at that time class library will going to call. So what you mean by that JCL? Java programming supports different types of classes. Okay, Java is basically based on classes only, so different types of classes it will support. So there are two types of classes. One is user defined class, another one is built-in class. Built-in class means as per our programming there are some built-in libraries, classes are there, so that we can call built-in. User defined means we have to define a class. For example, you have written a code, just now you have written code like what, class AITM, class MCA, like that you have defined, right? So these all are user defined class. And built-in classes means what, like system. While printing the result, you are taking the line, that is system.out.println, right? So system is a class, out is a object, println is a method. So these all are some built-in classes that provide some important support to the Java programmer for developing their programming logic as well as their programming architecture. And these classes are called library classes. These classes we can call what, library classes. For example, system is a class, and Java supports thousands of library like keywords. How many keywords are there in Java? Can anyone reply? 50. So same way, library classes are thousands of library classes, Java language will going to support. And also each class contains various types of functions. We'll see later what do you mean by function, what do you mean by class, right? Now these are some examples of library classes. Here java.io is a library class, java.language, java.awt, java.util, java.applet, java.net, java.math. These all are library classes. We have to use these classes in our previous in upcoming programs. Okay, so every classes I am going to use. At that time you can understand what is the meaning per java.io and what is the meaning of java.awt. So for understanding now, you just remember java.io means its input output function, java.language means character and string operations, awt means Windows interface, util means develop utility programming. Okay, and next concept will what, java.util, we'll see later. Okay, and java.applet, net means network communication, math means you are going to calculate using square root, power, like that. If you are using these functions, compulsory you need this class, that is java.math. These all are some examples for class libraries in Javas. Is that clear? You can remember these classes: java.io, java.language, java.awt, java.util, like that you have to remember. Is that clear? JCL means what is a JCL and examples of JCL. Okay, now to Java's built-in methods. I am talking about methods here: println and print. These all are examples of println and print. Somehow you are used print in data structure programming, and println you are now using this method, that is Java language. Println is a method. These methods are members of system class. I already told system is a class. System.out.println, system.out.print also you can use, right? So now I am only concentrating about println method in Java language. Okay, so these all are members of system class. Always remember this point. In technical round they may going to ask a question like this: which is a class predefined by Java that is automatically included in your program? Whenever you are using class keyword, right? So that based on that class keyword, automatically these methods will going to include, that is println will automatically include, right? Java environment relies on several built-in class libraries that contain many built-in methods that provide support for such things, that is IO, string handlings, networking and graphical user interface. Just now we have seen java.io, right? That is input output operations. String handling, that is java.language. Java.net means it belongs to networking. Java.awt class is responsible for graphical user interface, like that. Okay, now what is wrong with each of the following commands? Sujit, what can you explain? I have written by mistakenly, I have written a wrong things here. So what is the exact meaning here? Simply I have written by mistakenly, I have written wrong. So will you make it correct for these commands? Sumaya is not there. So Sumaya, anything wrong here? Javac example.class, Java example.class, any corrections should I make here? Here we have to write class name. So So Java C, then Java C followed by what should I? Class dot example. Okay, class dot like that. So okay. Anyone? Kiran? Kiran? Tell me this line. Java C. Next, what should I write? Class name dot Java. So class name is example. Assume example is a class name. So it should be okay. It should be dot Java. Then next Java. Okay, very good. Sumaya, now you understood. Sumaya, you told dot class example, like that you have to told, right? Here we have to write first class name is example, right? So followed by dot Java we have to write to compile our Java program. Is that clear? Then to execute this program we have to use Java, then followed by example only, not class. Is that clear? Okay. This completes your in first module, that is Java fundamental programming language. Now we will concentrate on second concept, that is introducing data types and operators. So in this concept we will going to learn primitive data types, then what are the literals, then closer look at variables, then scope and lifetime of variables, operators and shorthand assignments, then type conversion. We have to see these concepts under this module. Basically it is belongs to module 1 only. In module 1 we have 5 concepts. Under that 5 concept we have these all are sub concepts. Okay, so today we are going to see data types and operators. So first we will see data types. In Java we have these kind of data types, that is primitive data types and non-primitive data types. In primitive data types we have int, float, char, boolean. These all are new data types. You have learned, I think, int, float, char you have learned, but in Java you will going to learn new data type, that is boolean. So in integer you have again 4 sub types, that is byte, short, int, long. Then in floating point you have 2 data types, that is float and double. Then in character only char, then boolean. This is boolean, right? Boolean has 2 values, one is true and false. So in non-primitive data types you may have string, array, list, function, classes, like that. Okay, you just remember this concept. We'll see one by one. Now, why data types are important in Java language? So data types are especially important in Java because it is strongly typed language. So for this purpose data types are important because it is a typed language. Then the compiler type checks all operations for type compatibility. Type compatibility means if you are using int as a data type, int you have to use only numbers 10 and 20. If you are using float you have to use only decimal point 10.0, 10.1, like that. So while using these two data types, if you are performing arithmetic operations, in that case it will going to check type compatibility. Type means which data type. Compatibility means addition of whether you are using integer numbers or floating point numbers or both numbers, int as well as floating point numbers, that will going to check. That is what we can say type compatibility. Then illegal operations will not be compiled. Strong type checking helps prevent errors and enhances reliability. For this purpose we need data types. To enable strong type checking, all variables, expression and values have a type. Variables means x, y, z, mca, aitm, these all are variables, predefined variables. User can declare variables, right, with the help of data type. Expressions means just now we have executed some one program, that is result is equal to x plus y. This is called expression. Then values, you have assigned the values, 10 is equal to x, 20 is equal to y, like that you have assigned, right? So these all are values. Expression means you understood. Whatever you are writing, arithmetic expression, arithmetic operation you have done, that is called expression. Okay, now for these reasons we need data types. One is, this one is typed language, then enhances reliability, then we have to make what, type compatibility for using these data types. Data types, we have two data types. One is primitive data types, another one is non-primitive data types. In Java are defined as specifies that allocate different sizes and types of values. These data types have their sizes and values. We'll see later. Okay, what is the type of which data type, then what is the value for which data type. Primitive data types, we have boolean, char, byte, short, int, long, float and double. These we can call primitive data types. Then non-primitive data types, we can say classes, interfaces and arrays. These all are non-primitive data types. So now we will only concentrate on primitive, then later we will see non-primitive data types. Java language, primitive data types are building blocks of data manipulation. These are the most basic data types available in Java language. In integer, we have 4 parts. One is byte, short, int, long, floating point. 2, one is float and double, char, then boolean. Okay, we'll see. These all are data types and different default values, then default size. Now I have rearranged this information. First data type is boolean, which is the smallest data type in Java language. Its default size is how much? 1 bit. Boolean default size is what? 1 bit, and its default value is what? False. Boolean always has two values, one is true and false. True and false, its default values always it will going to achieve default value is false. Then its size is 1 bit. Then next one is byte, its default value is 0, then size is 1 byte. 1 byte means 8 bits. 1 byte means 8 bits. Then next char, default value, that is /null we are using, so similarly like that /u00, this is a default value. Then default size is 2 byte, character size is 2 byte, and short default value is 0, its size is also 2 byte. Then int is 0 default value, then its size is 4 byte. Float default value is 0.0. Then one more point you have to notice here, if you are using float double long, compulsory you have to use f. While assigning a values to variable, compulsory you have to use f. If you are using a double data type, compulsory you have to use the value d, capital or small, left to you, but compulsory you have to use d then f. F represents float, d represents double. Its size is 4 byte, then double size is 8 byte, long size is 8 byte. So from bit to byte I have mentioned. Then boolean to long is the data types. These all are belongs to which data type? Primitive data type. Primitive data type. Now first we will see boolean data type. Have you written this table in your notebook? Kiran? ಬರಿಬೇಕಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಒಟ್ಟು ಅದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ ಇದು. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬೂಲಿಯನ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಟೈಪ್. it is used to store only two values. That two values are nothing but either true and false. True and false. Boolean values, Boolean data type has the two values, one is true and false. This data type is used for simple flags that track true or false conditions. In next classes I am going to give example for this. What do you mean by flag? Flag is nothing but a variable. It will hold the result of Boolean values, either true or false. That I am going to explain in later. Example, I can write here Boolean variable name is 1 is equal to false. I am writing here. So I am assigning false value to Boolean data type. That variable name is 1, right? So here, see here, I am using some example. Now you understood Boolean has two values, true and false. By default Boolean value is false. Then here you are using data type as a Boolean. Here I am using variable name as a flag. Here you can use any name, not only use flag is not compulsory use. You can give any name, but Boolean should be default keyword. You have to use Boolean. Then variable name, you can give any variable name. Then I am assigning a values what? True. Now Kiran, here I have written Boolean flag is equal to true. Shall I write Boolean flag is equal to 10? Is it a valid or not valid? False. Only we have to assign true or false. Apart from these values we cannot assign. That's it. Okay. Now I am printing this value, that is system.out.println. The value of flag is, I am writing the value here, plus flag. Now what is the output will come? Sumaya, what is the output for this line? What is the output? Now, tell me correct output, not a shortcut, correct output. Value of flag is true. It will, yes, true. It will display output like this. The value of flag is true, because flag value we are giving what? True only, right? So this is a sample example of Boolean data type. Next I am taking integer. Remember this, it may going to ask 2 marks in your external theory exam. Integer has 4 integer. Java defines 4 integer types, that is byte, short, int and long. These all are we can call as integer types. So byte having 8 bit, I am writing here in terms of bits. Okay, byte is 8 bit, short is 16 bits, int is 32 bits, then long is 64 bits. Okay, this is a size for these data types. Now generally this data type can store whole numbers. Int means what? Whole numbers, only integer numbers. Prepared data type when you create variables with numeric value. Numeric value means what? These all are numeric. It may be plus or it may be minus, but it should be what? Whole numbers. For example, int num I is equal to 108. I am assigning a value 108 to num variable. Num variable is which type? It is int type. Now I am printing this number. The number is plus num. So, Snehal, what is the result for this? System.out.println, number is 108. This is answer. So you have already know this concept, how to you take integer number, right? So you have written also some programs. So this is belongs to int data type. Now we'll see floating data type. Float is responsible for decimal numbers, then such as 8.88 or any decimal values you can take. To take any decimal values, you need two data types, that is float as well as double. Right, now we are discussing float data type. In float data type, always remember we should end the value with an f. We should use value is what? F. For example, float is my data type, num is a variable name, is equal to, I am assigning decimal digit, that is 67.08. After writing this, compulsory we have to use f, because f represents here floating point. Is that clear? F. Without writing f, this program will not going to execute, it will show the error. So that's why we have to write compulsory f. In Java, in C program you just mentioned float 67.08, right? But in Java language, compulsory you have to mention f at the end of this number f. Is that clear? Now Sujit, let me know from this line which one is data type, which one is variable, which one is value. Come on, answer me first. Data type, variable name, then value. Kiran. Okay, next variable name, num, value, okay, value 08. Okay, fine. Now the result is what? It will give decimal value is 67.08 only. So while using floating point or double, we have to use f and d here. This is important point while using this data type. Now we'll move on to double data type. In a double data type, it is also using decimal point numbers, but here at the end we can use d. At the end we can use d. So double is a data type followed by variable name num, then value is 79.67678. Then here I am writing d. At the end of this line I am writing d. D represents it is double data type. For using float and double, always remember, if you are using float, at the end you have to assign f. If you are using a double, at the end you have to assign d. This is a case. These two data types are very important in a Java language. Understood this concept? Now char data type. Char is representing what? It is used to store a single character. For that purpose we have to use char. So the char must be enclosed within a single quotes. So single apostrophe we have to assign value to char. Here char as a data type followed by variable name is alpha. I am taking alpha as a variable name, then is assigning a value. Value means what here? One character. One character I am writing within a single quote. This one is single quote, then assigning value. Value means what here? Character. One character I am assigning to variable name, that is alpha. Is it clear? Character. Everybody has clear these data types? Okay. Now your job is you have to print these values. I don't know how to print these values. Here I am writing 1 2 3 12.33 m c a, then boolean value is true. Like that you have to print these data. Start writing a program. While writing a program, any difficulties, ask me fast. Here 1 2 3, which data type you have to take? Int, right? Then 12.33, which data type? You can choose here floating point or double data type. That is left to you, right? Then here you have to take m. M means which data type you have to take? Character. C is also character, A is also character. Then here boolean value is true, means you have to take boolean value. Boolean value is true, you have to assign like this. Try to write this program, then send it in WhatsApp group. While difficulty, please ask me questions. Kiran, are you writing? Right. Sujit? Write down past. Or shall I write a program for this? What is your opinion? ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನು? ಅವನು ಆವಾಗ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು, ಅದು ಆವಾಗ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ತಗೋ ಬರ್ಕೋ ಬೇಗ. ಕ್ಯಾರ್ ಅಲ್ಫಾ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಅಪಾಸ್ಟ್ರೋಫಿ ಎ. ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡೆ? double num is equal to some number. Write on this. ಮತ್ತು ಅವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅದು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಪ್ಲೋಟ್ ನಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 67.08 ಎಫ್. ಇದು ಯಾವುದ ಇಂಟೀಜರ್. ಇಂಟ್ ನಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 108. ಬೂಲಿಯನ್ ಅದು ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕೇನ? ಬೂಲಿಯನ್ ಅದು ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಬರ್ಕೋತೀರಿ. ಬೂಲಿಯನ್ ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಟ್ರೂ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಲೈನ್ಸು. ನೋ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಬೈಪಾರ್ಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್. Still you are finding any difficulties, I can write a program. Still anyone didn't send any information? Send it fast. 1 minute left. Fast. Return. ಬೇಗ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Shall I write a program? Okay. See, first I want to print 1 2 3. So for that purpose it is int data type, so I will write int, then variable name I can take any variable name, then assigning the value 1 2 3. That's it. Now I am printing the value 12.33. Here you have to take float or double. Now I am taking float. Variable name is y is equal to value 12.33. Then here I have to use compulsory f. Compulsory f I have to use. Now next is m I have to print. So for that purpose I am using char variable name. Any variable name you can use. Z. Here I am writing m. So it is capital M. So I am writing m. Then semicolon. Here also you have to give semicolon. Now another character is C. So char AB. Then single apostrophe. Here I am using C. Then close the semicolon. Then one more char CD I can use. Character name is A. Give the apostrophe, then close the semicolon, finish. Then one more boolean value is there, so I can write boolean b. I can give variable name b, then value is true. Now print these results back. X, Y, Z. Here the number is, like that you have to print. Number is. Variable name what you are given here, x. So here you have to give plus x. Here you have to give y. Here you have to give z. Then later you have to write AB, CD, then B. Is that clear? I will write those lines also. Okay. Simple logic ಐತಿ, ನೀವು ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Here x y z ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗೈತಿ ಇವಾಗ. ಹಾಂ ಓಕೆ ರೈಟ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ ಬರ್ದ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಿಯರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿ ಡಿ. I want to print the result CD, that is character is. So C M is stored on here Z. Then here I have to write AB. ಬೇಗ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಡಿಸ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಬೇಗ, ಟೈಮ್ ಆಯಿತು.